Hi, and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about leadership, managing change, and putting it all together. If there's one constant in leadership, it's really about how do you manage change. How you manage change will really determine what type of leader you'll become. It took 38 years for radio to reach 50 million viewers. It took 14 years for television to reach 50 million viewers. It took 4 years for the internet to hit 50 million. And Facebook, it hit 50 million viewers in under a year. This is just an example of how fast technology is changing everything. I love Thomas Friedman's book, The World is Flat. And what he talks about is how technology has leveled the playing field for most of us in this global competitive economy. So really, how you adjust to change, how gracefully, how quickly will really make the difference in your leadership ability. So the question we have is, as leaders, what are some tools and strategies that we can use to help us adjust to this ever-changing world that we live in? Well, what we've done is put together what we called a mind-storming exercise. It's really a tool to help us create a vision of how to accomplish any goal or any objective in this ever-changing world that we live in. And what we'd ask you to do is to get 3 or 4 colleagues with you. And whatever issue you're facing to manage change, you state the issue. Then each of you sit and write 20 ways in which you can answer that challenge. And what's interesting, as you do this, if there's 4 of you in the room, there's 80 solutions to the change dilemma that you're facing. The next step is, after you all have compiled your 20, you talk about them. Rule number 1 of this is no criticism. And at the end of compiling these 80 great ideas, you pick the top 15 and then map out a game plan to execute each one on a specific timeline. And what's interesting, and I've done this several times, is you create a momentum. And it's almost like working out together. The energy in the room raises, and you'll get to that desired goal or objective in a shorter period of time to help you manage whatever change you're experiencing. All great leaders start with an end in mind. And in the spirit of that notion, the way we want to end here is, we'd really like to take you to the end of your lives and do the rocking chair test. What I'd like you to do is take time to reflect and think about what your life would look like if it really turned out great. This is an ongoing exercise. I actually did it 13 years ago, and I review it 3 or 4 times a year. And I think one of the key things about this is it helps keep you on track, because all of us get off track in our personal life, in our leadership life. So keep reflecting on this question. What would your life look like if it really turned out great? I love Brendon Burchard's book, Life's Golden Ticket, where he really asks 3 questions about your life. Did you live? Did you love? And did you matter? And I think that those 3 questions, along with our rocking chair test, can really help you provide the roadmap from where you are today to where you want to end up. So I'm convinced at the end of your career and at the end of your life, we're all going to have a final exam. It's a 1-question test. It's not a take-home, it's not a do-over, and we're all going to be asked the same question. Did we give more to life than what we took? And I think if you practice the principles of great leadership, that you're really here to serve, and it's really about serving others, I guarantee you'll pass your final exam. So thank you for being with us these past 8 weeks. It's been an enjoyable experience. I can't tell you how honored and grateful I am to have this opportunity. If you look below, you can email me anytime, questions, comments, thoughts and reflections, and make sure you put in the line GEECLP, and I'll get back to you with any questions or comments that you may have. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your interest. To accomplish your goals, always start with an end in mind. Create a big enough why. Number 2, keep balance in all aspects of your personal and business life by using your decision wheels. Number 3, understand the importance of alignment versus strategy by creating momentum. Number 4, focus on spending most of your time in your zone of excellence and zone of genius. Ask yourself, what can I most accomplish in a short period of time? Number 5, study great leaders and implement their best practices. Number 6, create your product differentiation by finding something personal about others and then doing something memorable. Number 7, manage your leadership paradoxes by securing support with wingmen and bird dogs. Number 8, understand that perhaps one of the most important characteristics in leadership is your ability to manage and adapt to change. And lastly, take time to reflect and contemplate on the question, what would your life look like if it really turned out great?